Hello, my name is Tanya, and I've been seriously learning Japanese for the past 10 months or so, and today I'd like to share my study routine. So it's 10 a.m. right now, and I like to start the day by revising the words from the little booklet I made. I've downloaded a list of all the words you need to know for the N5 level. I'm not sure how correct it is, probably not really, but it's nice to have a list of words I can learn from rather than catching random words here and there. And this way I can also track how much I know and have a list to go back to anytime, and I just love crossing stuff out of the lists. So usually I just go through the whole thing and read either everything to check if I may have crossed something out but don't remember it, or like I do it today, just go through the ones that are not crossed out yet and see if I know them already, and if I do, I cross them out, and if I don't, I read them a couple of times. I don't force myself to learn the word right here and right now. I found that for me it's more beneficial to just read this word a couple of times, so then later when I'm studying some other stuff, I try to remember these words or open the booklet and take the words from there to build into a sentence. So this way I can actually remember it by associating it with a certain situation, if that makes sense. When that is all done, I like to revise kanji. So I go to Vanikani, and as you can see I have quite a lot to go through. I took a break for a couple of days and I noticed that it resulted in me forgetting quite a lot of the things that I remembered, I feel like. So I'd advise you and myself not to skip a kanji day. So today I decided to draw the pictures for the kanji that I have a very hard time remembering. It's not something I do all the time, but it helps very much because I'm more of a visual learner, and when you actually take your time and think about the situation, you draw it, you draw the characters and all that stuff, it's so much easier to remember it, but it takes more time. So that's why I don't do it all the time, but I wish I did it more often. By the way, today's routine is not something I do every single day. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less, so just keep that in mind. I couldn't really concentrate today because the sun was literally melting my face, and I was making a lot of silly mistakes and typos, which will affect my progress, so I decided to stop for now. So I spent about 12 minutes on the dictionary and about 20 minutes on kanji. So it's 12:30, and today I have a lesson with a friend. We study Japanese together twice a week, usually in person, but today we're doing it online. Thank God I do not have to go outside today. We've been studying like this for about 5 months now. We study using Japanese from Zero books. We're currently on book 4 out of 5. Usually do one lesson from the book at a time, but sometimes the topics are a bit more complicated, as it is today, so we do a couple of lessons to just build our own sentences, try to tell stories in the vocabulary from the lesson. Sometimes we play guess a word, so one person is describing something in very, very basic Japanese and the other one tries to guess what it is. 何冊重い本を持っていますか？日冊五条先生の髪は何色ですか？この男の子は青と黄色 T シャツを着ています。After the lesson, I realized that we both suck at the potential form of the verbs in Japanese, so I had to do some extra learning. I opened this website where you can practice just transforming the verbs, and well, it is a good practice. I can't really memorize anything because it's all out of context. So I tried to find something else, and I found this practice sheet, which I tried to fill in, but then again, it is sort of almost the same thing. It's all out of context. You're just transforming the verb, and I noticed that I tend to start copying the endings of the words of the verbs that I've already transformed. So it was just basically a thoughtless process of me just copy pasting stuff. So I then spent like half an hour trying to find some quizzes or something where the potential form is used in a sentence and I need to just conjugate the verb, but I couldn't find anything, so I made my own. I took a bunch of sentences from articles and just changed the verb to the dictionary form, and then I did the exercise. Basically I conjugated the verb into the potential form again. And to finish it off, I went back to Wanikani to finish what I started in the morning, and there are a couple of kanjis that I can't remember for the life of me, and it drives me a little crazy, but it's okay. I just need to practice a little bit more. Also, I wish Wanikani had something against the typos, like a button saying, I know this, I swear, but I just can't write, because there are words that I know 100% no, but I just keep clicking wrong letters and it affects the result, and it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I'm finally done with the reviews, and as a little treat, I'm finishing the day by watching a Japanese drama. I don't use it as a study material, it's more for pleasure and surrounding myself with the culture, but it's very fun hearing the words you've learned being used by actual people in actual everyday situations. Today I'm watching the last episode of From Me to You, and I cried like a baby, but to be fair, that's the case for like 70% of the show, not just the last episode. And after that I decided to watch the anime, because I did not know it was a live action based on an anime. So that is it for today. Again, I do not study like this every single day. It's just a little glimpse into what I can do. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.